Are you ready to have your ADHD mind blown? And this one is kind of hurtful. I'm sorry. So if you don't know how, my name is Lola and I am an ADHD coach, which means I help people with ADHD to organize their mind in a way that makes sense for their brain. So here's the thing. You are amazing at setting goals. You're great at imagining what life could be like and having those big steps and big dreams. But when it comes to the step-by-step everyday things, you suck at it. And here's why. Because there's a lot of things that motivate the ADHD brain, but one of them is first thing first, novelty. We all know this, the new stuff is just so much fun. But when you set up big dreams and big goals, the novelty dies down pretty quickly. And this is one of the reasons why setting the goals is really fun, because it's new, but then following through, it's not new anymore, so it's not fun anymore. Another part of it that is really important to understand is that you have trouble following through because the big project, the big end goal is super interesting. And it's like, yes, this is what I want, but how to get there, not so much. So this is a huge thing that I teach all my clients too. It's like when you're setting goals, try to chop it down in smaller pieces because again, ADHD, we don't know what time, we don't have a feeling of time. So it's important to chop it into smaller bits that we can know and see, but also to make sure that the progress you have to make, so the work you have to do in between, is something that you can actually enjoy doing. Because if you don't feel or see improvement, you are going to get bored and you're going to get discouraged so freaking quick that you're going to call this thing like done without even really trying because you got bored, and it's perfectly fine. I do the same thing all the time. And it's part of the reason why I created a course called the Unfocused Game Plan, because I'm teaching all the things you need to know about creating goals and sustaining goals and making sure you achieve those goals as a person with ADHD. So of course you can go and check that out. It is amazing. But to recap, I want you to know that it is okay that you feel like all the time you're setting goals, it's not working for you. It is completely normal because the way that you were taught to reach those goals was never meant for your brain. So it's not your fault. You're trying your best and it's always going to be enough. But just so you know, if you really want to reach those goals, you have to do it the ADHD way. You have to figure out what makes your brain tick and make sure that you sprinkle that as much as possible in your content and your way of getting ahead of yourself to be able to reach your goals. So you got this. I'm proud of you. If you have any other questions, put in the comments.